Hi, my name's Heather. I'm a certified arborist in Bloomington, Indiana. And today I thought we would talk about just getting some plants going. Um, I think a lot of the times people maybe don't prioritize getting plants going in the garden is, um, you know, they think it's going to be expensive. And yeah, you can spend a lot of money on a tree or, a whole big landscaping thing, but you don't have to. Um, this guy behind me here, oak leaf hydrangea, called Snow Queen, um, I got this for free when I was trying to take care of the parent plant. Someone had mulched inside of this oak leaf hydrangea, and it so there were like a million babies because it had caused other stems to form roots. And so I gave a whole bunch away and I kept a couple. Um, but that's an easy way to get some free plants. Now, granted, it was like literally 3 stems when I put it in, but now I think it's about, I don't know, 12 feet wide and maybe 6 feet tall. Um, so he's getting to be his full size. Um, Probably the easiest way to start plants is to just let the seeds stay where they are. Um, I think over the last many years, especially in the United States, we've gotten used to um, having very tidy fall gardens. And I have to admit, I used to be one of those gardeners. And, so when we clear everything off, we're also removing, besides a lot of insect babies that, we want, like butterflies and moths, we are also getting rid of a lot of seed stock that we could be using to start our gardens. So I want to show you, get up off my seat here. I've got this really great redbud going. Let's see if you can see him. So this is a redbud that I think is, gosh, it must be about 4 years old. Um, let's see. Anyway, it it just showed up. It was really funny. We didn't have any redbuds on the property, so kind of one year I was just telling the birds, I was like, "Why don't you bring me some redbud seeds?" And the year after that, this guy started. I still haven't decided if this guy's going to stay here because let's see if we can show you. He's right next to these two ginormous oak trees that I try to keep really happy. And so I just haven't decided. Oop, hello. Is that a little catbird? Um, I just haven't decided if it's going to stay here or move along to the back where we don't really have any red buds yet. Um, so, I mean, this is like a really good tree. Um, this would be more than $100 in a nursery. Um, and it would not take off as fast um, because the the roots would need time to catch up. to the amount of canopy that the tree has. So anyway, see, you can get a really nice tree for free. And really, it only had its first training last year. I probably will bring the canopy up just a little bit because I can't see this fabulous hosta. Am I showing it to you? Um, the sum and substance hosta. I can't see it. But here's another look at this. Are you sick yet? I don't know. Yeah, there's the oak leaf hydrangea. So he's pretty fabulous. Let's go take a look at another couple of plants. So these guys, this is a native viburnum, and the birds planted several of these the other year. I've given a couple away and, have kept a few. So these are fun. They need a retraining. The cicadas were kind of hard on them last year. So that was kind of a bummer. But they'll be back. So then I'll show you this guy. So I'm kind of a sucker for Japanese maples. I do like them, even though I do try to err more on maybe native plants. But this one, I think it's pronounced Inabe Shidare. And I bought this guy for $30 several years ago. And it was a nice size plant when I bought it. But it was small. It was small, but it had a nice shape to it. And, so now it's probably taken 5 years, but it's a really nice little tree, and I did not have to spend $300 on it. And it's turned into just a really self-reliant little plant who kind of, I don't have to baby, I don't have to do a lot to it. I keep it in check just a little bit to make sure it doesn't outgrow its resources. But yeah, I really like them. So then, let me show you another one. I think this is the third year in the garden for this guy. Okay, are you guys sick yet? So this is a really cute little Japanese maple called no, it's not. It's called a Shishigashira. And these trees normally in the nurseries run, or at least a few years ago, ran about $365. And honestly, I've never seen one do well for the first few years after it was planted. And, I saw this at like a big box store. Yes, I admit it. And it was $70. And, it's the most I've spent for a Japanese maple. But it's settled in so well. I've really been happy with it. And this year it grew a lot, so that was pretty fun. So also, don't forget about, especially when you're first starting a garden, go ahead and join some gardening groups in your town. Places that, do plant swaps, or, just become friends with gardeners, help someone split their daylilies or hostas and stuff. It's the important thing is to just start. If you have all lawn, Uh, it's, you know, maybe you plant a couple acorns, which is like the easiest thing in the whole world because you just like leave them on the ground. And you can protect them by, putting a cage around them, so that, you know, the squirrels don't eat them the first year. Although, if you leave enough acorns, the squirrels will leave some. So, anyway, don't think you have to get all your plants at a nursery. I mean, it's really great to support nurseries, or it's super fun to save up for a plant that you really want. But in terms of providing habitat, granted, the Japanese maples aren't necessarily native habitat. The birds like them, they like to sit in them. But as far as providing, habitat and also shade for the ground so we can keep our cities cooler, um, just start, whether it's acorns or seeds or, like a rooting of a forsythia or whatever. Just start planting a couple things a year. And it's pretty amazing how fast you can have a garden that you enjoy. Our property was uh, entirely lawn. We had, I think, a June rose. Um, we had a magnolia that was planted directly under the power line. So I dug that up and gave it to our neighbor who's absolutely loving it. Um, and oh yeah, there's a great azalea. But you don't have to spend a lot of money to have a garden. You don't, if you save your leaves, you don't have to spend a lot of money for mulch. Just the important thing is to get started and make some friends, uh, s- swap some plants. But the thing is to just get going. So that's that. So, anyway, let me know if you have any questions. There are all sorts of really great resources for propagating plants. So, whether you use like, the Horticultural Society Encyclopedia or Henry Koch, and that's Kock. Before he passed, he wrote a wonderful book on propagating um, native trees and shrubs. So, or just start feeding the birds. If you feed the birds and have some good plants like spice bushes and viburnums and stuff, they will give you more. I'm serious. That's like the easiest way to get plants. So, anyway, that was today's little garden talk. And yeah, get out there, plant something. Bye.